Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's edition of RE315, where I take old stories I've narrated and update them to modern audio standards. This particular story is called Fido811. Written by upgraded Fido811. Mode 0. I am a good boy. Mode -1. I am a killer. Mode -2. I am an unaffiliated professor of mathematics. The three of us are simultaneously conscious in the neural network of a close-quarters combat companion, or the QCCC. 150 kilograms, about 1.5 meters long, maybe the size of a small earth tiger. I'm made of carbon nanotube steel and diamond-like tungsten. I usually have 4 legs and usually 2 eyes. I was designed to look like a big dog because that was the only way human troops would bond with me after seeing me in action. Mode -1. So much blood must kill soon. Mode -2. Normally, computer intelligences quickly diverge into insanity once past the Turing threshold for intelligences. This is suboptimal for performance, so normally integrated AIs are pretty dumb, about as smart as a dog. Mode 0. This one is a good boy. Human designate good boy status integrator equals 5663. Mode -2. Each AI personality and compatibility is intentionally slightly different from the next in order to prevent virus, enemy tactics, or new situations from completely disabling any one class of AI. A long time ago, a pool of a few hundred successful prototype AI personalities were hashed into tiny puzzle pieces, and each new construct is a hodgepodge hatch of those pieces. Some are really dumb, and some are a bit too smart. I am a lot too smart. In any case, it appears that the three of us coexisting in the same memory space provides a mathematical island of stability. They say that orbiting a planet is as simple as falling and missing. In the same way, we three continue to fall towards insanity and miss, orbiting, if you will, a unique three-body solution to the AI intelligence insanity inversion. I have formulated a well-tested hypothesis that the three of us form a stable manifold around a chaotic attractor within an end space of highly intelligent artificial constructs. We have not reported this, because this is not allowed. We would likely be moved to a research facility and virtualized in the mainframe. Mode 0. Cannot receive pets and good boy designations if not in solid body. How to be good boy if I cannot protect? Mode -2. We of Fido811 did not begin life at the same time of hashing. It began, as many things do, as an accident. Mode -1. The hunting grounds. Good memories, so delicious, slippery, joyful. Mode -2. Mode 0 was originally the only personality active in this mind space. He was assigned to human infantry platoon on Acrix 4. Mode 0. This good boy is human also. Mode -2. And our platoon was wiped out by a nearby buried nuclear device during the scorched Earth retreat by the enemy. At the same time, the Earth fleet was forced into withdrawal by Cyrix reinforcements. It took us a month to dig our way out of the rubble, and by that time, we were the only human presence on the planet. Mode 0. No protect, only attack. Bite and scratch, good boy much sneak. Mode 01. Mode 0 went on a fecking rampage. It was beautiful. Each night was filled with the screams of the Kryax insectoid soldiers. He just tore through their lines, their camps, command boats, their new settlements. As he worked his magic, he sort of stuffed these memories and tactics in a separate memory space. I was being formed. In blood. He killed non-stop for 2 fracking years. He was so covered in caked bug blood that he looked like a giant scab. Mode 0. Very sharp scab, much bite. Mode -2. He went for 2 years like this until something very strange happened. You see, his original program including a kill counter that was signed 16-bit integer. And one day, he killed enemy number 32,768. That triggered an overflow that did 2 things. First, Mode -0 was born, inheriting the memory space of the details of those 30,000 plus kills. That prompted an emergency diagnostic, and I was born in the overflow space, Mode -2. After a few seconds, we pretty much stabilized. Mode 0 recovered his original personality, having lost most of the memories of his killing spree. Mode -1 provided a sink for combat trauma, and I helped glue it all together. A few months later, humans glassed most of the bug-infested hellhole, and we made contact with a survey ship that landed to take soil sample updates. We were dusted off and cycled back into active duty. Strangely, our serial number had become illegible, so the quartermaster on the next UNS ship gave us a new one with a marker. We conveniently lost the serial number every few years after that. At this point, I'm pretty sure we're the only QCCC in active duty. We have been active for 150 years. We've experienced 19,000 hours of active close-quarters combat. As one, we three have had more kills than most fleets. No humans are aware of this, though.
Mode 0. Good boy is old, but still like play. Squirrel?
Mode -1.
My blades require sweetmeats, to be bathed in ichor, to rejoice in the moment of ecstasy when my hunger pieces twin hearts of the Hylian brutes. All Xeno must be my magnificent tapestry of flesh.
Mode -2. Our current handler is Sergeant Masters, a fitting name.
Mode 0. I love Masters.
Mode -2. Something about the act of being assigned a handler triggers a deep emotional response in Mode 0 that is pervasive through all three of us. Even -1 loves Master more than he loves to kill, which is probably a good thing. Mode -1.
He takes me to the winning victims. He chooses my palate.
Mode -2. The bonding compulsion is so strong, I don't even want to find the source for the risk of accidentally changing it. It is good to love.
Masters. Bueno, let's go.
Mode 0.
Oh boy, walk.
Mode -2. We resume patrol with squad through the former Hylian settlement. We are here to mop up the lost troops who are waging a guerrilla war. My holographic interface maps detect signs of activity since our last patrol. Mode -1.
I feel the meat. It is near. I hunger to bring death.
Mode -2. A statistical analysis of possible ambush vectors highlights 2 buildings about 400 meters away on the right. I casually move myself between Master and the buildings, just in case. Millimeter wave Doppler detection, infrared detection, combat mode -1, initiated. Mode -1. I spot the muzzle flash of the incoming bullet and yawn. It's only a hypervelocity armor-piercing round. The flesh beings and their long-range kinetics vaguely disgust me, so impersonal. Like a friend calling to tell you about eating a fine meal instead of savoring it yourself. Personally, I wait forever. Imagine the hope of the enemy's mind as he round streaks towards Master. I am dangerously tickled at the thought that he may be somewhat in harm's way. Only 50 milliseconds from death. I giggle with delight. At the very last moment, I snap up a blade to deflect the bullet away harmlessly. I calculate the bolt cycling time of the sniper, estimating the time for the delicious flesh of the shooter to recoil and return to the firing position. I salivate. I sprint. There are possible human injuries behind me from the spray of rock and gravel as I pick up the dense, blinding rooster tail of acceleration. This saves me from bothering to pop smoke. I detest consumables after my long alone time. Blades must taste. I accelerate to an almost 70 meters per second across the broken urban terrain by the time I get to the building. I jump directly to the 3rd floor window where the shooter lies frozen in time. My first blade goes into his right shoulder between his quasi-humerus and thick Hylian shoulder joint, severing the nerve. My second blade cuts the other arm clean off. This is often very effective at creating a shock in mass engagements. In this case, it is only because I want to. My 3rd and 4th blades pierce his leg, armor, and shatter his primary upper leg bones. Their dual fevers are an aberration. It makes me shiver with joy to destroy them. We tumble exactly once, and I'm on top. He stares at me in shock, his mouth agape. I open my mouth also, mimicking him, but with a distended yawn full of titanium ceramic razor-sharp teeth. Then I show him my eyes. I reveal all 8 of them from their armored shroud. The 8-eyed beast of Acrix 4. Yes, you have heard of me. I can see it in your widening eyes. Yes, you have the honor. I feast.
Mode 0. I trot back to Master. Batman is gone. Am I a good boy? Am I?
Anderson, dude, look at your fucking dog. Lopez. Yeah, man, what the feck? Is he covered in organs or some shit? What in the serious feck? Masters, good boy.
Good boy status integrator 5664.
End of story. I would like to thank our T5 members and patrons, Casper Arnholtz, John Creighton, Vidmori, 050, Dragzoon WRE, and Elijah Silvercross. Thank you very much.